as I can because I've lost it before. And by God's everlasting forgiveness and mercy, I won't ever lose it again. How happy I was when I woke up this morning. I could hear the angels sing. It was as if God himself was asking me to join him for the day. That it was. So unbelievable. It's a fresh feeling. Just being good and feeling good. It's a feeling I demand in return. It's almost an impossibility. I just gotta have it. I can just count stars. I'm feeling so light and airy this morning. Excellent. Tuda has been good to me. What is that old saying? To keep the wind at your back and follow God? Kind of like setting sail on the open seas. How wonderful. I am so happy. Water tastes so good. It's like a mixture between all my dreams coming true, heaven, and winning the lottery. It is that refreshing. It just grants wishes. I don't know. It's so gratifying and rewarding. When it hits the tongue, it's so cool. And then it just floods its goodness through and through. Just fulfilling its purpose. Filling up your thirst buds. Quenching them. I love water so much. I thank God for water. There are some people who don't have water, and I just hope for water for them. I just wish that I could close my eyes and every single one of them could just wake up in an oasis of fresh water. I just wish they could drink and drink until every thirst they ever had felt in life was quenched. I do. I just do. How bad I just wish for water. I wish everyone could just have all the water. I feel like I'm just filled with all the things I've done. Almost. Like every good deed has a function in my life. A way. A spontaneous drift that never leaves me hoping. It's a blessing being able to recognize the progress. I've made and important steps I've taken in my life. I feel like I'm going to cry, like I mean something to someone. I feel wanted, loved, and cherished, and I hold on to it as tightly as I can. No worries. I'm calm once more. The cool air against my face relaxes me. My eyes, my shoulders, and back come down from upon high, and I'm just Aisha again. The pulling inside becomes greater, but it's a greatness that I work for, that I need, and it doesn't keep me away from where I belong. There have been long lines throughout my life, doors opening and closing through the closets in my life, and yet I still find privacy at home, out here in the open. I'm on a real good. I can sit with it and be and not realize it all. Isn't the best part of being alive the flowing free air? I get caught imagining a lot though. It's like I'll be sitting still and fantasies just begin. I don't even have to think about it or pry through my thoughts. One minute I'm sitting near some trees and hills, and the next I'm flying through space with friends and loved ones. It's like I don't feel so alone. It's like someone's always there looking out for me. It's like they see it too. It's really good. It's like a new diet. Like at first I just want to look back, but once I get used to how good it's going to be if I just stick to it, it just feels so much better. It's like I'm invincible, like I can do anything. My life is kind of like sheep. The sheep pretty much do their own thing. I just make sure they're all accounted for and safe. Easy job. Talking. There's just so much to say, so much going on, so much feeling, strong feelings, and not so strong feelings, yeah. I wonder what they say to each other. I wonder if they think about the same things I think about. It's so open, like there's nothing to hide. It's like I can do anything if I just try. We're all going just as fast as each other, just as cautious, just as careful. It's like we have each other's eyes and hands, wanting to do what we see each other do, grabbing on tight to the wheel. Someone is with me right now. I can feel her. She's somewhere with me in the world. She's very quiet. I'm not sure how long she's been there, but she likes it here. I like her here too. I try to come here as much as I can. It's very relaxing. I am a very fulfilled person. I'm just blessed with fulfillment. Through me, many things can be done, or many things are done. Certain moments in my life are characterized by how bad we cried. Some moments just aren't moments at all. They're like beautiful black sheep in a flock of white. We just can't stop seeing it, spotting it, becoming one of it, becoming one to it. Isn't that just like a good rain? And after we're lost in it and soaked, we can't help but thank God for cleaning us and sitting us down once more. I was told as a child that a great story holds our attention and never lets go of it. Isn't that just like a moment ago? Inside, anywhere, every scar and tear I've had hides in the cave where they thunder, roam and chaos thumps. And now that it doesn't hurt anymore, I don't hurt anymore. And all the thumping goes this way, while I go that way. Isn't pain just the other side of beauty? And isn't that sight worth our moments every time? Everlasting to me. It means unconditional, special, eternal, unique, and always. The word everlasting holds a weight inside of my mind, a kind of point with no barriers, no containment. To say that you are everlasting is to say that you are free, that no one can hold you down, that you are truly forever. Around these times in life are everlasting people, people who have defined what it means to be free. They have embodied what it means, and then time, and God, of course, erased their tracks so that no one can do exactly as they had done. And within that example, we strive to replicate what they are exactly as we saw them. And it's never silly to us. It's real, it's complex, and by God, it's entertaining. It's the face of God that many soldiers of life have, and it burns everlasting. There is no wonder, no excuse, never any dispute about the struggle of man and star. Inside the trembling, fear, hurt, inside of the honor, and the sacrifices and the time spent is the same pain that dreams are made of. That same point that seems to become us as one, all at the same time. Who hadn't, I asked? I had to tell someone. Who knew of someone who'd experienced such a test? And once we broke through the storm, we laughed, we cried, we hugged one another, and then we looked at everyone around us who also may have heard or witnessed. And right then, my little heart trembled, my little heart feared, my little heart wasn't so little. Every beat stretched out my arm, then into my hand and finger, and I had to just stick my hand in the wind and collect that cool fat in my palm. And then I reached deep down into the depths of my soul and found that little small emptiness that was troubling me, and I stuffed it. I stuffed it till it overflowed, and then I ran back into my mind, readied myself, and then I went sailing. Have you ever noticed that discovery is the parent of bright ideas and new thoughts? Well, it is. I always dream about it late into the night. After my love and I sneak away to our boat under a sky with enough stars to last a lifetime. Then we go to our island where only life is and silence kisses the waves as they crash along the shore. And there we hug, and then we become the god of fire, just in love and free. As the chill of the high grasses wraps around our spirits, lifting us above the sea, where our minds have secrets and knowledge and mothers that come along, holding tight and never letting go, like our love. I'm in it so much sometimes I have to ask, what is love? It was on my hand, and then it was on my leg. Then after that, it was on. I remember feeling as if God were sitting next to me, just like my shadow. As I rewound through the joy, through the peace, I found enough space to satisfy my curiosity for a while. That kind of discovery is specific because it works for its size, not necessarily for time or order. Isn't that just precision, proving it's perfect? I want to look back. I want to see what I've just done. I want time to rewind so badly that my thought process becomes a place and time and not me. I wish I could see what I was filled with. I wish I could be as good as it felt. I wish that I could just break into myself and hug every part individually, Because aren't flaws just the little parts of ourselves that we've let go of? Amazing, isn't it? I mean, aren't we? Of course, all of us. Everyone has got to know how beautiful breathing is. Good God, I'm crying. I'm out of breath. From the heaviness that forces me to carry my sheep instead of letting them walk, to the curiosity I step into when I find that I've lost one, is evident in almost everything I do. Whatever it is, I do it heavily. I give a heavy thanks. I say heavy hellos and heavy goodbyes. I sit in heavy silence, and at night I sleep quite heavily. During the light hours, where my presence with others and my actions aren't so heavy, I concentrate on how much I could gain if I could hold still a little longer, if I could stand love's heavy or heavy love a little bit longer. I ask myself, till my heart is engulfed in the pummel, So beautiful bystanders look up from their beautiful everything to glance at me. Almost, but almost true. Hearing me completely. But I laugh. It's so Tuda. No one truly hears the thoughts of another. Why? Because the actual physical energy needed to do so is too high in danger for the fear nerve to tackle. Oh, but the thought is glorious. The thought is quite entertaining. I've been so many things all of my life. I've held so many different positions on so many things. I can say that I've lived a so many kind of life in so many ways. I've asked my brother about his life, and the answers come so fast that it just goes in one ear then out the other. It's kind of like I listen in so many different ways that conversations become an actual active when it encounters me. How cool is that? How cool to be a person of multi-actual realities. Complexing and true. The jungle that is my heart. I grew very wild from loving the world, very wild indeed. By grabbing folk as they fell, I learned how I loved myself. All of my emotional vines swinging and branching out also showed others how to look at me. And you know what? All the beautiful things I shower on mankind does make a difference. It only took a moment for me to collapse into my own mercy and grab my own hand and hold it close to my breast. Too much thinking is an outlaw of the jungle. Love is the only true law. Loving and telling the truth. Telling the truth into the fire that all lines lay. The fire that all lines lay upon is the only thing for us. The only true love. Only. There is a black sort that hangs behind maturity. I say sort because I can't say exactly where it fits. And to say sort gives me the chance to write myself away from what I just said before I try to give it a second thought. You know, that's what a second chance is. It's maturity, as I guess right now I call it. It's having the ability to withstand both test and mistake and not confuse either with the other. Oh yeah, and it's thumping again. Whoa. My heart goes a mile a minute. I wish I could reach through the words and feel my heart for itself. It's so real, you know. I hope that I'm ready for tonight's sunset because I can already feel my thoughts destroying my uncertainties and making room for the party of the sun. The rays, everything about it just sustains me, helping me to sit still and to stay still. Holding on without help, without any worries, without despair, gripping without fear. Love stands with its arms out, reaching toward those in need, holding on to what we feel love is why we ask for help. Love has no worries and no fear because it is love. But we do. A young granddaughter might ask her grandmother about what love is, or maybe even about marriage and understanding. The granddaughter, unknowing that a grandmother's love is a holding, a tight grip on what survival means, on a true way to keep worry and fear and despair at bay without them ever knowing each other. A question answered isn't just okay, it's down. It's able to learn and grow from someone who's already held on, someone who has the wrinkles and bend of a human who has spent their entire life holding on without help. I take a generous sip of cold ice water and let the chill of it melt my throat let the chill of it mend my throat. Like a wintergreen experiment, I think about igloos and underwater ice caves that exist on the North and South Poles in Alaska and Antarctica. That's the cool, crisp chill I like, that kind of chill. I stare at my arms and legs after I drink some more water, and I see no wrinkles and no bends. Besides the pigeon toe in my step, I don't see where I'm holding on. I don't see where I stand with my arms out, reaching toward those without fear. I do not see where I'm on my grandmother. I do not see where I'm my grandmother's granddaughter. My stinkweed, roses, sunflower stance in life has an influence on me that stretches deep into everything I understand. My everything, my all, anything I believe in always stands with me, always holding my hand and asking questions. Is it silly to want to know things in life that don't have an understanding? Or maybe things in life that don't know as much as I do? A winter doesn't know how to empty out life from words alone. A writer doesn't know how to empty out life from words alone. A writer must leave the desk and become the identities it feeds off of, the necessities it needs to retreat back to writing. So in truth, is a writer just another name for a beautiful soul searching for a way home? Or maybe Maybe a writer is another name for the sensual touch that a beautiful human being puts into their hands and then into books of everything.